Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Ironman to Hyperion, where I'm trying to unlock a Hyperion on an Ironman profile. Now, in today's episode, we're going to be doing a bunch of Mastermode dungeons, along with another couple of upgrades to our armor and gear to try and increase our catacombs level and just make some more progress towards the floor 7 grind that is becoming ever more inevitable. Now, if you guys aren't aware, I'm going to be giving away a free rank when this video hits 500 likes. On screen right now, you're going to see the previous video's winner and me doing the actual rank giveaway, because I know Mr. Beast is coming under fire for doing a bunch of fake giveaways. So just so you know, I don't mind spending the $8. I definitely make it back in YouTube money, so there is definitely an incentive for me to do it. But we're also like 2,500 subscribers away from YouTube ranks, so if we could get that in this week, that would be absolutely insane. And without further ado, let's get into the video. Ladies and gentlemen, today we almost get to catacombs level 30. Now, starting out this episode, we are at level 25, so that's absolutely insane. I mean, you guys are going to be seeing a very overpowered method of getting catacombs XP. I hope I didn't spoil it in the previous video, because it's not very complicated, but you're going to be seeing just how overpowered it can be if you get into the right parties and you get lucky. Now, obviously, I'm not allowed to find carry, ask for carries or anything, but if I spend 10 hours playing Skyblock every day and all I do is just refresh the Mastermode screen and I conveniently get into a party with a bunch of people who are like catacombs 40, who are just grinding for completion runs, then that just happens. That's not meant to be sarcastic, by the way. I honestly didn't intend for it, and a lot of my runs do end up being just the average catacombs 27 party that takes 6 minutes to do a run. However, occasionally I get lucky, and those are mostly the parts I record, so that's why it seems like I get luckier than normal. But yeah, without further ado, the rest of it's going to be explained in the video, so let's get on with it. Okay, so the first preparations I'm going to be doing for today are obviously collecting my minions and stuff. Now, as you can see, the minion storage is full. Now, I'm not exactly sure when it would have filled up over the night. I'm not sure if it filled up in the first hour, or if this is almost, just before I logged on they filled up, but I do know that I'm going to be needing to increase my storage and the amount of minions I have if I want this to be any use in unlocking a Jujubo. But for now, it's not really my main priority, so I can always mine obsidian manually, so it's still not that big of a concern. So yeah, I'm gonna put this stuff away, and then we're gonna go do our other daily things, like our super chronometron or whatever, super pairs, and then we should get into some dungeons. Guys, I am absolutely in love. Oh my god, 30,000 daily XP from a floor M1 run, which is 6 minutes. Oh my, I'm getting such insane XP. I'm probably gonna get cata 30 this day today. I genuinely think it's gonna happen. Okay, so here we go. We are finally at catacombs level 27. I mean, that is absolutely insane. Well, that's 3 levels higher than floor 7. So we have gained so much experience. Look at that. The dailies are just going crazy. We've got some pretty decent drops. I'm going to continue grinding out, and I'll let you guys know if I hit catacombs level 28. Okay, so we just unlocked the second Bonzo mask from the Bonzo collection, and that's just kind of a reference point, is I'm at 60 right now. At the end of these runs, I'm going to show you how many collections I have. I'm also halfway to catacombs level 28, so that's good to see. If we jump into my collections, yeah, there you go. We're looking pretty good. Everything is looking pretty nice. We're on our way to getting a golden Bonzo head. I don't really know what that's going to do, but I don't think I'm going to wear it. But it would be nice to unlock. Realistically, the Bonzo staff, if I get it from there, or the RNG meter, either way it would be pretty nice, because you need it in floor 7 to do a bunch of things. So yeah, we're looking pretty good, and I think we're making a lot of progress. Okay, so we just unlocked catacombs level 28. Now that does mean that I have access to M3. I also, on that run, just got a Bonzo staff. Let's go. That is the last RNG drop that I need from, from M1 or floor 1, so I think I'm going to have to change up my RNG meter to something else, and also grind up the million coins I need so it doesn't disappear in 2 days. But yeah, I don't need anything else. I have the balloon snake, I have the Bonzo mask, I have 2 Bonzo masks actually. I'm thinking probably hot potato books, because if you get a hot potato book in the golden chest, it only costs 50,000 coins, and you get 150,000 coins per arachne kill, so that's basically 3 hot potato books per arachne kill, which is absolutely insane and definitely faster than the garden. Okay, so we're currently catacombs level 28 and a bit. Is that what I just said? 28? Holy. Okay, we are looking very, very, very good. I'm honestly considering leaving. only because I have to get this video out. If I didn't have to make the video, I would stay in this party because the guy said he needs 300 M1 completions, which means, by the way, that means he needs to do like 10 hours worth. That means like 6 million XP. It would probably get me to like catacombs level 35. But yeah, he also needs M2 completions, so that's just even more XP for me. But unfortunately, at some point, I'm gonna have to stop and actually like edit this video. So yeah, a bit of a shame. Okay, so here we go. We're currently in the M2 fight. As you can see here, me and these two are, by the way, lower catacombs level than me. There are just like 2 level 40s who are doing their completion runs together, so very generous of them to like publicly carry people. Very lucky. You guys might be thinking, you know, Modcraft, you get really lucky, like a lot. Like, it is really lucky with these public carries, like something's looking a little bit suspicious until you realize that I have 65 hours of playtime, and this is episode number 7. So that's an average of 10 hours per episode, so it is very likely that if I'm looking to be lucky, I'm gonna get lucky. Now, you might be wondering, Big Show, the guy who's catacombs like the same level as me, why is he messaging me about the video if like he's not in my party? People just like, if I didn't invite him, people just know who I am. I mean, I get like 25,000 views per video, so it is per day, so it is likely that they just know who I am. So as long as it's not intentional from me, there's nothing I can do about it. Also, I got a recombobulator, so what even is this game? Okay, so here we go. Let's go. A Master Skull tier 2, 1 million coin accessory. GG. Okay, so it does hurt, but I really have to get this video out, so unfortunately, I'm going to be leaving the party. I ended on a good note. I'm catacombs level 29, which I think is pretty good considering we started this episode, like, what, catacombs 25, maybe? So, yeah, looking very, very nice. It's not really going to be doing anything for me in terms of, like, there's 0 chance I get into an M3 party. Well, there's not 0, but there's like a 1% chance, so realistically, I'm not going to get anything, but yeah, thank you to Hunter of Matrix and to, Catgirl, Millie for carrying me because yeah, I really appreciate it, and I definitely wouldn't have made this much progress in this little time without you guys, so yeah, thanks for that. Okay, so I think it's time now that I've done the very big grinds to work on some smaller things that I could just improve on, you know, here and there. So the first thing I want to do is work on this campfire talisman. So we're going to just like see how high I can get up to, and yeah, I'm hoping to get pretty high. I feel like I have some pretty decent armor, and especially the mending and like healing on this should really help out. Now, I'm not expecting to get to like the legendary talisman or anything, but I think if I can get it to the like rare or even epic rarity, you know, I got it right here to a rare accessory for basically free. I mean, that's pretty nice. There are some other accessories I'm going to work on because obviously, I mean, free accessories, it's definitely going to help out. The fact that I have 80 magic power, probably not the best look. So now the next thing I'm going to do is I want to get myself over into these slayers because I want to get myself a radiant power orb just because I need that little bit of extra healing, you know. I mean, usually whenever I'm doing something, somebody's going to have an overflux or even an SOS flare, for example, in like dungeons. But if I'm doing some solo things and I need a little bit more healing, then just being able to place down something that does give me healing is great, because then if I have the Mender's armor on, it increases that healing by so much that even like 1% of healing can help me out like 10 times. Like, it can turn into like 10% health per second, which is definitely an upgrade. So yeah, I found myself this little area in the Crystal Hollows where like the I guess it's like the deep caverns like structure. So yeah, there's a ton of emeralds I can find here. Hopefully I don't die to a slime, because yeah, I would hate to have to go mine normally, because I mined out my like, yeah, I would hate to like lose this area and then have to go mine emeralds normally, because the rates are just horrible in the Crystal Hollows. So it's very fortunate that I found this. So yeah, I'm gonna mine up the rest of my emeralds. That should probably be enough. I think I only need like 8 enchanted, so yeah, that should be enough. I should have the wolf teeth on me, and then I can make the radiant power orb. Okay, so there we go, the radiant power orb, very nice. Now, wait, what? I've dropped 3 livid daggers in 20 runs without RNG meter. Okay, mods, can we ban this guy? Mods, can we find his house and blow it up, please? Get this guy out of my chat. Okay, so as you guys can see, if I come into my calendar, there are no more mining fiestas. Now this means that all the excuses I was making have left me at mining level 21 when I need to get mining level 25. Now this means that at some point I'm going to have to manually mine without the double XP bonus from a mining fiesta. Now luckily, today is not that day, but when the day does come, I'm going to be very regretful, so hopefully we can push it back as far as I can. Okay, so I just finished up grinding a bunch of arachnes, and I now have 3 million coins, which if you guys have some like crazy good Skyblock knowledge, you probably know what it means, but if you don't, it means that I can now afford to open a dungeon chest that has a Bonzo staff in it. Now, I don't really think the Bonzo staff is going to be like my new weapon of choice. A, I haven't invested into mage at all, and B, the Bonzo staff is just not a very good mage weapon. I mean, to be honest, it's mostly a movement weapon. Anything past, like, if I had gotten this in like floor 1 in my first run, then I'm sure I would have probably become a mage and it would have helped me out, but it's just like not the timing for it. So yeah, there we go. We can now afford the Bonzo staff, and I'm probably going to need it when I do my floor 7 runs, so there's no point not buying it right now. So yeah, I'm gonna go take it. We're gonna like star it, reforge it, all that kind of thing, and then put the important enchants on it, and we're gonna see how much damage it does. And hey, who knows, maybe it's gonna do 100,000 damage outside of dungeons, and it's gonna be crazy overpowered. It's just, I highly doubt that. Now, it's also very convenient that I got a lot of wither essence from doing all of these runs. I haven't opened most of my chests, but I did open enough of them to get like a Bonzo staff that's 5-starred, and as you can see here, probably have to get used to the movement, but yeah, I mean, the movement is pretty nice. It's going to be useful in the future, and it's definitely a very good investment. So yeah, let's go do a damage test without any armor on once we enchant it, and then let's do a damage, yeah, so we got the enchants on it. Let's go do a damage test over here. Just, unfortunately, it is nighttime, which you guys will understand the problem with that in a few seconds, but yeah, we're going to take our armor off, and then we'll test it with the only set of mage armor that I can actually like afford right now. So yeah, it's doing a roundabout 6,000 damage, which is not more, like, I don't have any armor on obviously, but it's not great considering that my hyper cleaver or my giant cleaver can like run and hit anything I want, whereas this has like really annoying like mechanics. So yeah, I'm gonna go make myself some crystal armor. I'm gonna chuck wires on it, and then I'm gonna hopefully try and get to the max level of like light level, so I can see how much mana I can get in total, and then from there we can see, you know, how much like damage I do with a decent mana setup. Okay, so here we go. We have our decent mana setup for now, which is a wise crystal set. Unfortunately, as I said, it's nighttime, and I tried standing on this torch, but it still didn't give me the full light levels. So yeah, we're gonna have to be doing it with like not max mana, but yeah, it shouldn't make that much of a difference. Maybe like right now we're doing like 13,000 damage. Maybe we do a max of like 16,000, but yeah, honestly, not great, but it's still like nice. Like the movement, as you can see, it's pretty good. It's just a problem of like damage. So yeah, I mean, I don't need more damage either. I only need survivability, so in the long run, it's a very good investment. Okay, so as I said, I'm going to be getting some easy talisman and stuff. So the next thing I'm going to be getting is the Juliet, like Romero Ring of Love. Now, I don't have many items because I'm on an Ironman, obviously, so it's pretty hard for me to get anything, like any progress in the quest, but it should be pretty easy for me to just talk to him and get like the first item, because I'm pretty sure all I have to do is like mine some blocks or something. So yeah, I'm just going to talk to him, and I think it's somewhere in the Savannah area. We are in the Savannah area. So yeah, let me just go find that. Let me just fly up here. The aspect of the end is so helpful. I'm actually so happy I grinded this up. But okay, Romero, bro, this is why are we on the side of a mountain when like the obvious area is like right here? Like, why are you climbing like into the void, risking your life when the gold mine is like openly exposed? But anyway, yeah, let me just trade with this guy. Now, I'm getting a lot of messages, if you can see in chat, from people being like, hey, is there anything you need help with? And I appreciate that, because I did say in a video, if like can you guys message me for like carries and stuff? But because I've decided I want to do things more like individually, I'm not going to reply with a yes, so you can still message me. I'm just probably going to ignore it. So yeah, but anyway, I don't care about Juliet's love life. All I care about is my tuning points being auto assigned. So there we go. We got my common accessory, and let's move on to the next one. Okay, so next up we have a problem with me having 2 recombobulators that I bought, but they're kind of just sitting in a chest, and that makes them absolutely useless. So I need to figure out what am I going to spend these recombobulators on. Now, my first idea is I'm going to put it on my giant cleaver, because A, it cost me like 6 million coins anyway, and secondly, I have to choose an armor piece. I'm thinking probably the Shadow Assassin, because the Holy Dragon chestplate is probably going to get some upgrades and replacements soon, but the Shadow Assassin leggings can also be turned into mythic if I get enough Bonzo fragments. So after I recombobulate these 2 pieces, I'm going to be looking into that. But yeah, let's go to the dungeon hub and let's see what the recombobulators do in terms of upgrading my armor and my sword. So yeah, first of all, jump. Okay, we're just teleporting now. Okay, first of all, jump in here. as you can see, we have it gives me like 80 crit damage in dungeons, which is very nice, and like, I don't know, like 10 crit chance, which is pretty good. I mean, 80 crit damage is definitely worth a recombobulator. But if we come over to the pants, it's not really as good, I'm gonna be honest. It's like okay, but you know, it's not as good as the pants were. So yeah, I mean, as the sword was. But you can obviously turn this into a mythic item, which would be very nice. And I do think it's the item that like is least likely to be upgraded. So worst case, I've dropped so many recombobulators, I can just spend another 6 million coins. But yeah, I'm now going to test, now that I've got these 2 pieces of armor, how long it takes me to do a floor 5 run, to see if it's worth trying to turn the Shadow Assassin armor into mythic, with the upgrades obviously, because if it's like, you know, a 10-minute grind to make my armor a whole rarity better, that's definitely worth it. But if it's going to take like an hour, then it's worse than recombobulating, and it's also worse than me just doing dungeon runs and getting the 8% upgrade from like catacombs leveling up. So let's see how it goes. Okay, so the first thing we have is this Shadow Assassin. Now, I'm pretty confident in my ability to solo floor 5, to be honest. I don't think it's going to be that difficult, and if I fail at this, then I really shouldn't be doing master mode floor 2. So yeah, by the looks of it, I'm just sweeping everything. Now, I know people tell me that I should be like mining the ground as the method to like kill mobs, but I honestly, instead of the snowplow method that they call it, I prefer the arthritis method, where I just like spam left click everywhere. It just seems more natural to me, and I don't really like the fact that I can't see, because I have a pretty low FOV, so when I'm mining the ground, I can't really see where I'm going, and considering how I'm like literally made out of like glass, it's not really a good idea to be like running into mobs without knowing what's going on. So yeah, I think I'm just going to stick to this. You guys can stop commenting and messaging me about it, because you're not going to change my mind. The mining method is just going to be superior forever. Until obviously I get like the ability to one-tap everything, and then maybe we can think about it, but this is definitely not the time. Can we also talk about how many wither rooms have I gotten? That's look at the map. I've almost discovered the entire dungeon just in this blood rush, and that's like a minute 30, so not a bad blood rush, but I should already be there. And this is another wither key, so hopefully this is going to be the last room, otherwise this is a very long run. So yeah, there we go. Perfect, and it's a one by one room. Great to see. So yeah, that is like a 2-minute blood rush. Probably how long it's going to be. I'm going to be honest, that's probably how long my blood rush is going to be. So doing the math, considering there are 3 mobs that can spawn in, and the Bonzo fragment is a 50% drop chance, that is a 1 fragment every 60 runs. I mean, it's 6 runs, which means if I need 8 of them, that's 1 every like 42 runs, which means it's going to be like 80 minutes. Definitely not worth it. By no means is it worth it. It's something I can maybe get in the future if I like increase my ability to like blood rush faster or something, or if I, you know, just end up doing like floor 5 or floor 6 in the future and I just get it naturally. But to be soloing this is definitely not worth it. So yeah, the recombobulator isn't regrettable, it's just like it's not worth upgrading anything anymore. Okay, so can we talk about the fact that if you come over to the museum curator, he has his whole ass museum, and he's just like, hey, you know, do you want to donate any items? Here are a few I'm looking for, and it's just like every single item that's ever existed. But yeah, anyway, that's my first donation to the museum, and it doesn't even give me Skyblock XP, so that's great. I was thinking about unlocking the hex, but then I realized A, I don't have a booster cookie, and B, I can't unlock the bazaar, so the hex is basically useless. But I just realized I also have been using a tarantula pet for every single thing in the game so far, so I'm probably going to go over to the barn and kill a suspicious amount of chickens, and then we can, like, you know, actually work on getting an enchanted egg, and possibly some chickens or some pets in the future. Okay, so I now have a suspicious amount of mob drops, and if we come over here, we should be able to craft ourselves up a chicken minion. Perfect, there we go. I'm actually so happy that they put these swords in there. Like, it's so useful, and it's one of those things where it's like, it doesn't really like help the player. It's not like an overpowered change, but adding wooden tools to that merchant, it just like, it helps the game. It's like really good when Skyblock like admins actually make changes that help the player and don't like make everything super overpowered. So it's good to see. I would say honestly, I feel like I have the same opinion in terms of the bomb diffusal being removed. I think that it was probably not the best thing in the game. It definitely didn't really work for like lower level players, and all the higher level players just dodged it the entire time. So it's good to see them finally remove it, even if it took them like 15 years. Now I'm just gonna make a little like contraption to have the chickens fall down on, and then I should be able to AFK on my island and get a bunch of eggs. Okay guys, so here's the plan. Now somebody just messaged me saying why don't I just get a spirit short bow instead of a juju short bow, because it's, you know, a lot easier to get and it's a little bit worse, but it's honestly pretty decent. And I thought that was a very valid idea, considering I am a berserker, so I mainly use my sword, and being able to use a bow would definitely help with the fact that I'm like built out of mushrooms. So I meant marshmallows. I don't know why I said mushrooms, but yeah. So I'm gonna let this chicken cook up so I can get the A collection for the like chicken hat, and B, I can get some more like raw chicken so that I can make some more minions. I'm going to replace the obsidian minions because I don't need the juju bow anymore, and I'm going to replace them with more like chicken minions, and then hopefully I can set it up properly where I'm basically AFKing, picking up all of the eggs, because I'm going to use the chicken hat obviously to get enough eggs for enchanted eggs, and hopefully it's not going to fill up the minions because I'm going to be like AFKing it. But yeah, that's a project for hopefully tomorrow. So yeah, stick around for tomorrow's video, and let's move on to the next thing. Okay, so if you guys look behind me, there is currently a mayor election going on, and the mayor who's going to be elected in 2 days is seemingly going to be Aatrox. Now, this helps me out because A, the slash prices, the increased layer XP, and the rare drops are going to help me, mostly the slash prices, because I'm an Ironman, I don't have much money, but I'm going to have to be killing like 4,000 tier 1 void glooms, mostly because I don't know how to kill tier 2s. I don't think I could actually do it. From what I've heard, it's very, very difficult, and I'm going to need like 64 stacks of null spheres. So in the next 2 days, I'm probably going to have to start grinding up ash fangs so that I can get the 10 luminous fibers. So that is going to be one of the top priorities on my list. Then, you know, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much my only upcoming goal that has changed, that I haven't really like touched on in this episode. Like, obviously I have to increase my mining, I want to get more talisman, I want to increase my health. There's a lot of things that I've already spoken about, but yeah, I mean, I think we've made major progress. We've gained about 4 catacombs levels today. The berserk level is also looking pretty good. The mining level is obviously a little bit embarrassing, but yeah, I mean, even in our collections, if we, okay, I probably should have checked how close I was to the Bonzo staff, because this is making me regret spending 3 million coins. I definitely could have saved that money and just done like 10 more M1 runs, but yeah, anyway, moving on. At least we can claim like the Bonzo mask and the, well, I don't need the Bonzo mask, but the golden Bonzo head is kind of cool, I guess. I mean, I can donate it to my museum if I want, but yeah, I mean, we made some very good progress, 100%, and I feel like we put ourselves on the right path. We learned a lot of good things, because obviously, I mean, I haven't restarted Skyblock in this kind of fashion in a while. There's always been some kind of like criteria, like combat only, which has stopped me from really playing the game properly, and this is also my first Ironman profile, so yeah, I think I'm progressing pretty decently. If you guys have any advice and stuff, please leave it in the comments, but as per usual, on the left of your screen is going to be a video, same thing on the right, and maybe in the bottom middle. They're all being suggested by YouTube, so you probably are going to enjoy them, and if you watch my video the whole way through, then, I mean, you probably enjoy my content, so check that out. We're currently 3,000 subscribers away from reaching my lifelong dream of getting YouTube ranked, so if you could subscribe, I'd appreciate that so much. If you could get your parents to subscribe, that would be crazy, but yeah, without further ado, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.